Testing 1 2 3. This seems okay.
Testing 2 3 4. Welcome back to TokyoFreshPodcast. I'm your host Jordan. I'm here with David.
Hello.
Hey, dude.
I'm doing all right.
I slept until like 2. I feel fantastic.
I don't blame you. I assume you were out late last night.
We were. What I've been calling the Alternative Boys, which is a collection of like creators, photographers, and randos that they know, all decided to go out last night for like a little bit of like long time no see boys night, which was very entertaining. We ended up going to what is that place called? There's like this. Do you know that wing place? Oh fuck, dude. Hold on. That does not narrow it down. That does not narrow it down. Sorry. Wait. 0%. I'm not gonna be stupid with it. Hold on. There is a wing place called
Wings.
No, if only it was that simple. Yamachan. Do you know Yamachan?
The name sounds familiar. The mascot's like a fat child.
The mascot is the the Japanese salaryman.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah. And the whole thing is like they sell like mountains of wings for like very affordable prices. Mm-hmm. So they do like
I'm very bright now.
You branding yourself up?
Yeah.
Is this one? Hold on, that's the mascot. This one.
Yes. Okay, there's actually one.
Do you hear?
What the fuck was that? Yeah, kind of close to here.
Dude, I fucking love Yamachan. I forgot how damn good those wings are. They're so damn delicious, dude.
It's good.
It's so good, yeah. So we went there for like, a little bit of boys' night, a little bit of a catching up, and a shit ton of wings, dude. They brought out this plate of wings. Shit was stacked, like a falling off the plate type mountain of wings. And all the boys that went from like, oh, long time no see, communication, having a nice conversation, just like wings. And so it's just tearing apart these fucking wings, dude. That was great. Then after that, we went to this karaoke, of course, because it's a classic. It's a
Of
banger.
course. Yep.
And then we're in Ueno. In Ueno, there's like this very interesting like retro game bar. I know it's very.
I don't go to Ueno because it's so far away.
Neither do I. It's very far from me as well. Like so to go all the way to Ueno, I was like, this is like gonna be far, but it's for the boys. It's the midpoint. I'll do it, no worries. So I go all the way to Ueno. We go to this retro game bar as like the final place for the night. We're gonna hunker down here for a couple hours until like first trains and or like walkable distances like come into play. So we're hanging out, and at this retro bar, dude, it's pretty fucking sick. It's like all you can drink for I think 1,000 and something yen an hour.
That's far too cheap.
Very cheap. And then there are retro games everywhere.
Okay.
And console setup. It's like do whatever you want, have a good time. So we're playing like Bomberman, and it's like 4 of us and the computer, and we are. Listen, David, retro Bomberman on like the SNES is maybe the greatest game I've ever played. It is so much fun.
I don't know if I'm pretty sure I probably played it.
Oh
but I
yeah,
don't recall.
Dude, great game. For like a competitive game, it's very very fun because you don't need that much. Like the learning curve's really easy. You run around, you drop bombs, you don't get hit by bombs.
That's not
It's not rocket science.
right.
It's pretty straightforward to like, and you win 3 games, you win the game. You know what I mean? It's a very straightforward game. However, bro,
Yes.
it is, bro, you get so competitive. People are like screaming at each other in this fucking bar, like punching each other in the arm and shit, just being like, "You bastard! How dare you!" Like running past people, trapping them between bombs and shit. Everyone's like screaming for their lives. Dude, great game.
Did you ever play Bomberman 64? I
Yeah.
think that was probably my favorite one.
Yes, dude, I
Yeah.
love Bomberman 64.
Yeah, it's
Fucking
pretty.
sick game. Oh, if you've never played Bomberman, honestly, I think it's like one of those games that.
It's so. Did you, man? Okay.
Go on.
Did you ever play Bomberman R?
No.
Oh.
Bomberman R?
Yeah.
Is it good?
No.
Oh,
no, it is not. I hesitate to even call it Bomberman. Once you see the cover, you'll wonder why.
Bomberman R. Okay, I'm looking it up now. Bomberman R. Super Bomberman R. Is this it?
Oh wait, am I thinking of the wrong name?
Is that the online one? Is that the Switch one?
No, hang on. Let me look up. It is not the one I'm thinking of.
No. I think the Switch one is Bomberman R.
Yeah. Okay. No. That's the one on the Switch.
Okay, yeah, the one on the Switch is pretty good. Like Super Bomberman R online, that was pretty good for a Bomberman game. Like it wasn't bad at all. That's
Sorry.
Go on.
Bomberman Act 0.
Act is okay. Hold on. Bomberman Act 0. David, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
David,
Yeah.
David, what the? Is this Resident Evil? What the fuck is this?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No, what the fuck? Okay, guys, if you've never played Bomberman and you're just listening to this, whip out your phones or your computers, search Bomberman, look up the characters, wow, and then immediately search Bomberman Act 0. It is, I'm getting whiplash on how aggressively this has changed. Like, how do you go from like cutesy, funly drawn, like chibi characters to like, I'm basically angsty Zero Suit Samus. Like,
And the weirdest part is, it's developed by the same company.
Shut the fuck up, seriously?
Like Hudson Soft made all the Bomberman games.
Yeah.
They make all the Bomberman games. And they also made this one. So I don't know what the fuck they were smoking that weekend when someone okayed that game,
This
but
looks bad.
oh, it's awful.
Like this game, you can't play this game because like the way Bomberman works
It
is
has
that
a Metacritic score of 34 out of
Yeah, of
100,
course
so
it
that
does.
tells you how.
for what I'm seeing about this game, you're playing it like the camera's like above your head basically. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the camera's chasing your character from behind. However,
Yeah, it's weird.
because Bomberman should be played top down.
Correct.
Because the way it works is that, for those who don't know,
Bomberman is not a third-person shooter.
no, you're in a big grid, and there's like explodable walls and stuff, and some can't be exploded, and you're running around making your bombs like customizable, and you're like getting like more increased firepower, so you can like attack other opponents from different sides of the ring. But you need to be able to see where the bombs are, so you
Right.
know how to dodge them. And you need to be able to see like who's dropping bombs where, so you can avoid them. This game, a game like this, you just go like, I'll just put a bomb here.
You can kind of see what's around, but
It's not good enough
really.
because like
Yeah,
you're
it's-
just gonna be running into the fire because you can't see where the bombs are. That's a really bad
yeah,
game
it's
design.
pretty It's pretty awful. This is the Shadow the Hedgehog of Bomberman. Like, that's literally what it is.
But he has guns. Dude, hell yeah. So
Yeah.
so fucking cringe, dude. Let's go. No, terrible game. Awful. But it was good. We ended up drinking at the bar for a while, and then we were like slowly like teetering off. It was good. I decided that because we're in Ueno, everyone's like going home. Some people are gonna stay at the bar and drink more. It's like 3 a.m. and I'm like, my train starts at like 4:30 ish.
Oh, you stayed out all night.
I was out all night, dude.
Oh fuck.
It's like, I know, it was like 3 a.m. and I'm like, it's around midnight, okay?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can rush now and I can get a train to Mitaka and I can walk home from there. Pretty straightforward, pretty easy.
Sure, yeah.
But I was like, do I want to like be rushing around on like last trains and end up in the middle of nowhere? Or do I just stay out with the boys? It's like, fuck it, I'll stay with the boys.
There's a point where like just staying out is the better option.
No, it is, yeah.
Like trying to get home might end you getting stuck
Yeah.
somewhere in between.
Exactly.
And then it's like, well, now I'm halfway home.
Yep.
When I could have stayed out with my friends.
Yes.
So now I'm like,
Now I'm just
I
stuck.
can get home kind
Kind
of
of.
if I walk, but
Yeah, it's the way, honestly. I've said this before. Like when you're out, if you're going out drinking with the boys, and you're getting close to the last train, and the boys are staying out all night,
you have to make a decision.
like straight away.
Either you fuck off or you stay up all night.
You cannot be like wavering. None of this like maybe. But I'll say like 10 more minutes. It's, no. At this stage where you're saying to yourself, I'll just stay 10 more minutes. That is where you fucked yourself. Go home or stay out. There's no in between this one, honestly. Like so the boys that went home, we like went to Yame-chan. We got some wings, hung out, big conversations, and then the boys that were going home were like, "We're going home. Look, we're going. Bye, guys. We're like, we're gonna go karaoke." They're like, "No, we're going home." I was like, "Okay, cool."
Is karaoke open at 3 a.m.?
Oh, this was after Yame-chan.
I see.
After the wings karaoke, then the game arcade. But then like someone home after that, someone home after karaoke, and then game arcade. We're hanging out, playing some games. It gets like 3 a.m. People are like, okay, it's time to go. Those who are taxiing home are taxiing home. Those who can walk are walking. Those who are staying out are staying out. I'm like, it's time to go home, but it's also time to sober up. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And a good sober up walk, I forgot how nice, like an hour and a half walk to like, I was going to like Shinjuku. Like a nice hour and a half walk. The weather's pretty good. It's not cold. Like it's pretty good. Like you're walking through temples and stuff, like nice parks. You're really sobering up. It was kind of essential after a nice night of drinking. It was good. But yeah, got a nice little walk home, saw some temples, took some like nice night photography. Got home at like fucking like 6 a.m. No, like 5, 6 a.m. Good night. Had a good time indeed. It was fun. But yeah. How was your week, David? What did you guys do this week?
Well, fuck, what did I do? Oh, I got a job now after a year. So, well, hang on, don't be clapping yet.
Cancel that.
We haven't gone to the job yet, but I assume it's gonna be good.
What's the job?
So, it's like a substitute job for a 4th grade homeroom teacher.
Oh, that's fun.
But
it's
not bad, but it's like an okay. But the amount of like classes I have to teach, not like amount of classes, but types of classes I have to teach is way less than the previous job.
It's pretty good.
So that's good. I am having to prepare less material.
That's good, yeah.
Which will save my ass because fuck.
Yeah, preparing stuff sucks, dude.
Yeah, well, it's especially bad when it's like, okay, tomorrow I have 5 different subjects. That means I have to prepare 5 distinct different things, which is really annoying.
I remember like talking to one of my favorite homeroom teachers when I was like in elementary school, and I was like, "Oh, I'm preparing all this stuff for English teaching." And I was like, "Do you want input in this like English teaching preparation stuff?" And she looks at me and she goes, "Jordan, listen, if you can just do it, that'll be great. If you need my help, I can help you." Like, she's like, I've had past teachers, I've had to help them, and that's okay. But she's like, if you can just do it, do it. That'll be sick. And I was like, I'll just do it then. And it's like a month later, I was like, she's like drowning in like papers. She's a massive stack of papers on her desk. And I was like, Sensei, why do you have like 20 like blocks of A4 like paper on your thing, like massive chunks of A4 paper? And she's like, oh, this is my preparation for the week. And I'm like, for what? She's like, every lesson I fucking teach. You know?
Yeah,
like,
dude, it's the fucking work. So like, the nice thing, don't have to teach Japanese. Don't have to teach math.
Excellent.
Don't have to teach PE.
Fuck yeah, dude.
music I don't have to do. That's like good. There's just so many. There's sorry, a pop-up came up. It's like, do you want to update this thing? No, fuck off.
Continue.
It's just like there's a lot that I don't have to teach, which is just it reduces the. I can spend more time on the stuff I do have to teach.
Exactly,
which is nice.
That makes more sense.
It's kind of a weird job because it's like working on an oil rig. It's like 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off.
Seriously?
It's weird. Yeah,
that's cool.
I don't know. I guess the reason is because of the way that I'm subbing for someone who's on maternity leave.
That makes sense. Yeah.
The way the Japanese government doles out maternity leave like time is in like 2 week increments.
That's so weird.
So like they're like, come in for 2 weeks, then we'll see what happens on the next 2 weeks. If we need you, we'll bring you in. If we don't, then we won't. But you're guaranteed the next 2 weeks after that.
Those 2 weeks. So that's pretty good. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's weird, but it's nice, right? Because like that gives me time to like, okay, after those 2 weeks, where did I finish? What are they going to learn in those 2 weeks? And then I can prepare during those 2 weeks for the next 2 ones. And then like I can just go in and I don't have to do any prep, right?
Really fucking. That's actually pretty decent.
So
because you can like you teach 2 weeks. Those first 2 weeks going to be annoying because you're going to be like catching up with like preparation and stuff.
Yeah, we won't know what's
so
going
you smash
on,
that, but then after that you're pretty much in the clear. You spend the first day or two of your 2 weeks of like not working, preparing. And then you have like a week and a half, like 2 weeks like hang out basically.
Yep.
That's pretty good.
Yep.
Freelance stuff, hobby stuff. Fuck, that's really good.
And I get a day rate, which is nice.
Ooh, day rates are good. Oh, that's really good, dude.
So we'll see.
Good man. Fuck yeah.
Plus,
dude.
it might parlay into an actual, because like obviously the person is like gonna have to take care of a child after they're born.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
it might end up being a more permanent position than I think it is. So that things are
curious
about.
Is it a school? An
Yeah, it's a
international
school, international school.
That's pretty good. Okay, in that case, yeah, it'll probably end up like parlaying.
Yeah,
into
no,
an
I'm
actual
not
job.
not going back to teaching English unless it's English language arts. So
yeah, honestly, yeah. I feel like anyone coming to Japan doing like straight AOT work, English teaching, once you get out of that, it's very difficult to like go back into it. Like
especially considering the amount I'm getting paid.
Oh yeah. Oh my god, yeah.
I think
Excellent.
like for a day, I teach 4 to 5 classes.
It's pretty good.
And I get paid $150 a day, something like that.
That's pretty decent. That's a better day rate than AOT's work.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I mean, right? Yeah. So obviously, I'm not working during those other 2 weeks off, but
yeah, it doesn't matter. It gives you time to like do freelance stuff and other things. Yeah, it's fine. Did you hear about the like student finance basically lowered the threshold of payment, lowered the threshold of how much money you're earning before you have to start paying back the student loan to the government in the UK. It's like a UK thing.
Actually, I have heard of this because Chihiro was talking about it because she has students who are going overseas to go to university. So,
dude, it fucking sucks. I found this on. Basically, for those this is very important for those like coming into Japan. So if you're coming to Japan from the UK especially and you want to be an English teacher here, you're kind of fucked because in the past what happens is that your base salary was lower than the threshold for paying back the student finance basically, which it was £27,000 basically. And now they've lowered it to £21,000, which means when you come to Japan, you start working as an English teacher, you are still you're just above the threshold where you're gonna have to start paying back student finance the second you get here. And the problem with that is you're gonna be broke as shit. Like the only reason we were.
I mean, you're an ALT.
You're an ALT.
You're gonna be broke as shit anyway.
Exactly, you're gonna be broke as shit anyway. But then now you're gonna have the government like asking you for what, an extra like 20 quid a week. Like that 20 quid goes a long fucking way, especially now considering the Japanese yen is so dog shit.
Yeah.
Like it's honestly
you're
like,
making less and paying more.
Yep, back to the government. It's honestly pretty awful. I'm kind of worried about people coming to work in Japan now and like how they're gonna actually like live and work here on the salary. I don't think coming to Japan as an AOT from the UK especially is a viable option anymore. Like honestly, like if you have to pay back student finance the second you get here, it's not viable. You won't be able to live on it anymore, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that's fucking. I feel really bad for them. So I tweeted it. I basically tweeted like, hey, like for those who don't know, like the student finance repayments thing, I like changed the repayment system. So it's like from like next month from April 2024, it's like going down basically. And I tweeted it because I was talking to people from student finance. I was basically like, hey, you sent me this random email saying I'm gonna have to start paying stuff back from this date. why is it suddenly changed? Like nothing on my end has changed. And they go, oh yeah, nothing on your end has changed, but we've lowered the threshold. And I'm like, okay, when are you going to announce that? Because you've not had any announcements about this. You're sending me an email, but I spoke to Jay. You didn't send Jay anything. You've only sent me something because of the amount of times I complained about it to you guys.
Right.
Like, I had to threaten like lawsuits on these people because seriously, the amount of times like they fuck up my payments, like it got annoying. Like, it got so annoying that I basically said to them like, listen, any changes to my account, email me. Don't send me a letter because whatever letters you're sending don't come through for some reason. So email me any change you're making to my account. That's why I get the emails in like every single time. So I was saying to basically like, what am I meant to do here then? Like, when are you going to make the announcement that it's going, the threshold is decreasing? Do you know what they said to me? I got it right here. They go, don't worry, we're going to have an announcement April 2024. That's when they're publicizing it.
About what?
About the fact that the threshold is lowering. They're going to make it public on April 2024. And if you fall below that threshold, do you know when you have to start paying it back?
Immediately,
April 2024.
Immediately.
Fucking immediately.
Always,
Always. April 2024.
Yeah.
What dickheads? What absolute dickheads. Imagine like...
I'm not at all surprised by that, of course.
Neither am I.
Yeah, like, schools are dicks.
Honestly, worst. I'm so annoyed that young me went through like student loan repayments because like they're actually like the
I'm
worst
glad
company.
I didn't have to go through student loan repayments.
I had no other choice, honestly. It's that or don't go to university, basically.
Yeah,
like I know
I got lucky. I got a free ride because
nice.
someone, my aunt set me up. Like,
fuck yeah.
She's like, when I was born, she put money in like an account to collect interest.
Yeah, that's good.
Until I was like 20 or something, and then it's like locked, right? Like
you
can't access it. You can only put money in. You can't take money out.
Yeah.
And then by the time I got to being 20, I was like, okay, I want to go to university. She's like, cool. Here's all this money that I put away for you when you were a baby.
It's pretty good.
No one else in my family got it, so I was lucky because I was the
first.
Dude,
so that's fucking sick. I want to do that. I kind of want to do that.
Anyone after me went to university.
I mean,
anyway, so good call on that one.
Honey rolled this fucking dice, dude. It was like I'm gambling everything on the first child, and that's it.
Yep.
Legend, dude. I kind of want to do that. I might do that with my... If I ever have children, I'm going to do that. But like nieces and nephews, I think that would be fun to do for like nieces and nephews as well. Just like start a
and
secret.
just hope they're not fuck-ups.
Dude. Dude. Imagine you save like £50,000.
Right.
You're like, oh, I've saved £50,000 to give to, I don't know, my niece or nephew or whatever.
Yeah.
And I go to the mother like, I've got your child £50,000 for university. He's like, oh no, they've decided that they're going to be a drug dealer. And I'm like, well,
great,
excellent. What do I do with this? What is money now? I'm gonna give it to them now. Like, fuck, dude, sucks. Especially if it counts in their name. You're just like, fuck. What a waste.
At that point, you're just like, well,
it's
not my money anymore. Shit.
It fucking sucks. Well, I think I'll just end up. I would just hold the money indefinitely until they get their life together.
Or don't.
Then I'll just hold it forever and then I'll give it to charity. I'll be like, well, your life's kind of fucked up. I don't really want to give you 50,000 fucking T-shekels for you to waste. Absolute fucking pain. But yeah, it's definitely something to look into for like future kids or like relations. Anyway, glad your week's going fine, David. Just want to make announcements in finance. Do you want to talk about
yeah, you brought some stories here.
I did.
Or not. I see stories like you're gonna spin me a fucking tale like Momotaro or some shit.
Gonna spin this man a fucking yarn right here.
News stories.
Do you want to talk about the one thing that's on the forefront of everyone's mind? Everyone's favorite streamer, everyone's favorite content creator.
Oh, we're gonna start there. Okay,
let's start there.
We'll start there.
Everyone's favorite content
It's funny
creator.
because I did watch that video you sent me, so I am up to date on what is going on. But let me go back to the thing so I can open.
Yeah. So
I guess I don't need to open it. I saw the video. I know.
I'll preamble. So everyone's favorite content creator, especially if you're based here in glorious Nippon, Johnny Somali, has been released from prison to resounding sighs, I assume. Everyone went.
Everyone collectively sucked through their teeth.
Fuck's sake. That was a whole of Japan at the same time. So he's released from
I couldn't breathe for 5 seconds. They sucked all the air out.
Sucked all the fucking air out. I was choking last night. I was like, God damn, what's going on here? Yeah. So like, Dick is released from prison. For those who remember his trial, he got on his hands and knees and he apologized and he said to the Japanese courts, guys, listen, I solemnly swear, I pinky swear, and I cross my heart, hope to die, I will never do streaming ever again. I have never, ever. I've learned my lesson. I'll never stream again. You won't catch me near a camera. I'm going to live like the Amish, basically. Mark my words. And he shook hands and he paid the $22 fine or whatever.
Yeah, it wasn't that much. It was like
bullshit amount it was. Yeah,
or something.
bullshit amount it was. And then he was released from prison. They gave him a slap across the fucking head and said, "Get out of here, you scamp." And he did. You know, and he lived happily ever after on a farm, and he never streamed again.
Yeah, it's great to see that he's turned a new leaf.
Yeah.
I mean, he's only got reported on because it's like, okay, well, like, what happened to, like, you know, this is kind of like one of those, you come back to it and it goes like, you know, where are they now? Right?
Where are they now,
like
dude?
Kind of thing.
It's amazing. It turns out, you know, he's still a massive cunt. Turns out he's still massive dickhead. Turns out him crossing his fucking heart and hoping to die and promising he's not going to stream again.
Unfortunately, he didn't die.
Garth, shocking lie, he's streaming again. What a fucking dickhead.
Go figure.
Go fucking figure, yeah. So he left the country, went to Israel, I believe. Israel, a lot of this, I know, of all fucking places. He was in another country first. I forgot where he was initially. And he was streaming on Kick.
It was somewhere in the Middle East.
Somewhere in the Middle East, yeah. And he's streaming on Kick, and he's basically saying, I'm going to go to Korea and try to slap one of the members of BTS.
Yes.
What a fucking stupid thing to even say. What an idiot. And he's like, we're all going to roll up together and we're going to go to Korea and slap a member of BTS.
Why?
What's wrong with you? Fuck are you doing? So he's still on, he's on his old shit. Nothing has changed. All over again.
Yeah, immediately. It wasn't even like, oh, I'm gonna show up and I'm gonna do a stream. And we're gonna go around. It's gonna be nice, and I've changed my ways. Yep. No, it's like, oh, I am still a maximum level cunt, and clearly Japanese prison did nothing.
Nothing. Whatever the punishment he had in prison clearly was not harsh enough.
Yep.
Because he's out on the streets fucking around all over again. God, I hate this guy. So. Fuck, it's so stressful. So,
but I think he's found out
yes.
that other places aren't Japan.
Here it is. Yes, exactly. So he was fucking around in somewhere in the Middle East. He was talking all this big game about like slapping the Korean celebrities, blah, blah, blah. And then he realized he can't do that because obviously these guys are famous. How are you going to get close to them?
Yeah.
Use your fucking brain. So he goes to Israel.
For some reason.
Who knows why. And he decides, I'm going to be a menace in Israel. And he starts doing the exact same thing he was doing in Japan, but in Israel. Yep. So he's like blasting music from his speakers and doing inappropriate shit and calling people like racial slurs and like getting into confrontation on the streets and blah, blah, blah. The only difference here is, unlike Japan, where people are less inclined to get into physical confrontations.
Yes.
It takes a long time for people in Japan to be like, okay, we're sick of you. We're going to start throwing some hands, you know? Israel ain't like that, clearly.
Yeah.
And the people who are living in Israel are like, no. First night you're here and you're fucking around, it's on site.
Yep.
So there's like a big stream he was doing on, I believe, Rumble, because the initial stream he was doing on Kick got his account suspended.
So he was streaming on Kick.
Yeah.
He did some shit.
Yep.
He got beat up.
Excellent.
Or like attacked or jumped or whatever. I don't know what happened. Then he got banned on Kick.
On Kick for like a week.
So then well, we'll see what happens. But then he started streaming on Rumble and immediately got banned again.
Yep. Go figure.
Yeah.
And then he streamed on something else because he was like streaming. I think he was streaming on Rumble for a while before he got banned because he was streaming for a couple of days. For the entirety of the evening basically, and he was like getting into fights, getting people arrested and such.
Yep.
There was a confrontation where basically he's walking into groups and like shoving people and basically being like, pretending he's like a hard man. He's being like, oh, you fucking don't touch me. Oh, you're trying to press me. How dare you? Oh, you don't know who the fuck I am. I can buy and sell you. You know, he's giving all of this.
Johnny Somali would fold like paper.
He would fold under a
Johnny
light
origami,
breeze. Bro. Fucking got him. He had been. The entire thing was him like hyping the situation for like the content, and then nothing would come of it, and then someone would like beat him up, like punch him, and he'd be like, "Oh, I'm getting pressed. Got to turn off stream real quickly," and he'd run into the little corner basically. So that was his entire stream. It was basically him like running around Israel, being a menace, getting people's nerves, causing fights, like classic stuff. But the end of the stream is possibly
the last one he had.
Yeah,
right.
The last stream he's had until this day was probably the greatest thing ever recorded. The man is walking home from a night of just being the most annoying creature on the planet.
Yep.
And he's like, phew, good night, guys. Had a good night of being an absolute stain on society. Can't wait to go home. Back to the hotel and do it all over again the next night. And as he's talking to the camera, out of the camera's view, just fists just come flying in.
Well, he's like looking at the camera.
Yeah, he's looking at the camera.
And he turns his head left and he goes, oh shit. And then it just cuts.
And it just cuts. Just like instantly cuts. Because someone is like beating him the fuck up. And apparently after that, he messages his
Discord or whatever, yeah.
He's like, I'm fine, guys. But he clearly isn't fine. He clearly got his shit rocked. Because he's not streamed since then. Right. I think after that, then he got perhaps banned on Rumble. I'm not entirely sure. Got to check that, but yeah. And that was his night streaming in Israel.
You know, it's only a matter of time before someone just pulls a fucking blicky on him.
Honestly,
and then
it just ends it.
And then that's the end of that, right?
Yeah, honestly, he's fucking around with things he doesn't understand. Like he needs to realize that he came to Japan, he fucked around here a lot. Once again, physical confrontations, it takes a lot for Japanese people or people living in Japan to like get involved in a physical confrontation, just because it's a lot in Japan. You don't want police involvement. It's going to be an issue. The paperwork, the bureaucracy, it's too much. We're gonna take you to stop. We're gonna be like, hey, relax, chill, get your shit together. But no one's gonna throw hands until you take it too far.
Right.
And he was here and he was back and he's here and he's back. Now he's bound for Japan. He can't go to Japan again. He's banned. He's like blacklisted from the country basically. Yep. So now he's going to other places with the same shtick. But the problem is, other places don't, have that same patience that Japan has. And it's only going to be a matter of time before, like, he gets into, like, not real trouble, but, like, he legitimately gets himself killed. Like, 100%.
Yep, 100%. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Like, I do think that it is going to be only a matter of time before someone either pulls a gun and fucking aerates him.
Or just ends him,
or pulls a knife.
Oh, yeah.
And fucking turns him into sashimi.
Oh, yeah. Very easily as well.
Yeah.
I think the big problem he's facing now is that his audience is kind of addicted to that type of content he's making.
Yeah.
Like, they're watching his content for this bullshit. They're watching it for the whole, oh my God, what crazy thing's gonna happen today?
Right, yeah. They're kind of like with morbid curiosity waiting to see like if he's gonna get got, right?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Like, they're watching it because like it's wow, fun and outrageous, crazy content.
Right, yeah. They don't care what he's actually doing, like realistically, but
no,
like,
of course not.
Yeah.
But the issue is because that's the content he has managed to farm audience off. He's kind of like typecast himself to that content. Right. Even if he pivots and he's like, okay, I'm now going to do like, I don't know, unboxing videos. No one's going to give a shit because your audience isn't there for that. Your audience is there to watch you on the streets of whatever country you're in being a massive problem, basically. So like, because of that alone, he's fucked. He has only two options. One is like stop streaming, hide somewhere, get a normal fucking job, and hope to people forget your name in like 5-10 years. That's what I would do. If I was him and I got myself into this fucking insane situation, I'm ghosting from the internet for at least a year. You would not see, probably longer. You'd never see me again.
I think the funny thing too is like, of all the places you could have picked, Israel is not one. Israel, maybe not the best place. Two, I don't know if you've checked in a while. You're black, and Israel is probably not
the best.
Like, I don't know what racial relations are with the other countries in the Arab world, but I'm gonna assume that Israel probably doesn't like you. Not to say that Israelis are racist, but
there's a lot going on there. Oh, and David, listen. Perhaps you missed this part of the video. Maybe you saw it.
Maybe. I might have missed it.
There's a part of the video where basically he decides that he's in Israel. So he's like, I'm in Israel. What should I do in Israel? You know, there's a lot of stuff going on right now in Israel. Yeah. It's a big, like, you know what's happening. We don't want to spell it out. Yeah. A lot of stuff going on in the world right now. What should I do to, to raise awareness for the situation? He decided.
Say you support Hamas.
Ooh, worse. Ooh, worse. He pissed off so many. He decides, I'm going to join Judaism. Sweet. He joined Judaism. He did the whole religion, got the whole, like, thing on his arm, did the whole prayer to join. And then he joined Islam.
Man, they'll just take anyone, won't they?
What do we do? I mean, yeah, anyone could join. But like, legitimately, the fuck? You're joining. Do you not realize what's going on right now? And you're just pissing off like both ends of the spectrum. Like, what is wrong with you, my guy? So yeah, that's what he did. He like joined both like on stream. People like lolling in the chat, like, oh, so funny, he's doing both. And it's like, bro, it's a massive joke to this guy. Like, you are. People,
like I said,
people take this shit seriously. Like, don't fuck with people's religion. Yeah, dude. What's wrong with you?
That's something where I'm like, you can be annoying and whatever, but like, there is something about religious fanaticism that goes beyond the logical.
Yes,
and that's where you're gonna get in trouble.
Yeah, don't fuck with that. Mom's a priest. She's a pastor. You know, she works for a church. I was raised in the church. I've seen some shit, and how deep the rabbit hole goes. Leave these people alone.
You only need one psychopath to do it.
And there's more than one in these places. There's more. Listen,
there's more than one.
If I'm like some kind of like religious fanatic and I see this guy joining like my religion and then a religion that it's supposed like the counter of my religion or whatever.
As a joke.
We're fighting. Like, that's it. It's on site. You're insane. What are you doing? How you take my beliefs as a joke? It's crazy.
Right.
He's done. He's over. I won't be surprised if we don't see him for a while online, and then he's going to come back and do it all over again. Because from what we've learned, he doesn't learn.
Right.
He's not going to learn until I assume he's dead or he's like incapacitated, basically.
I think the hilarious irony of like getting paralyzed would be like that.
Pretty good.
That would be like, you're not just gone.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
You have to live out your days. Yeah. Like,
I think he needs a stronger prison. I think Japanese prison wasn't enough.
I mean, I think Japanese prison probably was enough, but the problem is they didn't keep him there.
Yes. They should have kept him there for longer. Maybe a harsher sentence. Bigger fine. Because all he got really was a slap on the wrist. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. Maybe, Japanese.
Yeah, well, like,
literally, he's out.
Exhibit A.
He's out. He's out and doing stuff again.
Yeah.
Clearly, prison sentence too light. Fine, not harsh enough. I don't know why Japan decided that they were gonna give him like a slap on the wrist instead of like an actual like punishment.
Boomers don't know shit.
That's true. Yeah. Fuck yeah. I can imagine the judge being like, "Well, he did say tie him moshwake because I must send I guess we gotta let him off the fucking hook." You know.
Yeah.
You know the old fucking chestnut. But yeah, I'm not glad he's back out.
We'll see how the story develops.
I'm kind of interested to see what he's gonna do next and like what the repercussions of his actions will be. He's currently in Israel still, so hopefully the Israeli police decide to arrest him.
I can't. Hey, I mean, if Israel's actions in the past like couple of years have been any indication as to what they think of ne'er-do-wells. Yeah, I don't. That might not be a good idea.
I don't feel bad for him, but I do feel like this is not.
I also don't think it's good to fuck around in a country that has mandatory military service.
Yeah, don't do that.
Because that means anyone from the age like 18 to 25 has been in the military.
They can all, and clearly they have hands to throw as well.
Right.
Because he was getting beat up constantly on stream.
Yep.
It was a marvel to behold, honestly. Like, I thought the same thing about Korea. Like when he was like, I'm going to go to Korea and slap a BTS member. I'm like, bro, you know they all serve in the military. Like, all of them. Like, they may not be jacked, but they can fight. They can defend themselves. Like, it's not a walk in the park. It's military service.
I mean, they've had more training than you have. Exactly. Very clearly.
Exactly, yeah.
Because you seem to be going like 0-10 for getting your ass beat.
Bro, man can't win a single fucking fight.
No, he has not won a single fight. In fact, he's lost most of them in one punch.
Or sometimes less, surprisingly. What a fucking noodle. Man's a wet noodle of a human. And honestly, I'm very glad to see him getting his comeuppance in Israel. Bad. Anyway, as Johnny Smiley, hate this guy. I wish him nothing but the worst. Do you want to talk about ramen in Japan?
Sure, let's do it. I don't eat it, but you sure.
I don't eat ramen either. But I found the funniest story. I thought it was really entertaining.
Okay.
Fucking cracked my leg just then. Basically, for those who know, ramen is like a really popular dish in Japan. Some would say it's up there with like sushi when it comes to a national dish, right? Like it's pretty popular.
I mean, like you ask anyone outside of Japan, like what's Japanese food, and if it's not sushi, it's ramen.
Do you even like ramen?
Not really.
It's okay. Okay, yeah. Thank you. Okay, let's go. Okay, yeah. Go on.
I like ramen.
Go off, King.
But here's my biggest problem with fucking ramen, right? They never give you enough noodles with the fucking ramen.
They don't, no.
Ever.
You got to get an extra dose every time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Every fucking time.
It drives me up the fucking wall. Because it's like, I eat ramen.
Yeah.
And then I'm done. And then the bowl is just like half full of broth. And it's like, well, I could drink it, but like...
I don't want to.
I want noodles, damn it. Like, I wish you could have ramen like you get somen, right? Where you just have the noodles and you just like... and just keep going, right? But they don't have that.
Good. No. Yeah, where's my Wanko ramen, dude? I would wreck that.
Yeah, there's like that's my biggest issue with ramen. It's nothing to do with the flavors, nothing to do with the taste, it's nothing to do with the oiliness. It is literally the amount of noodles. And I assume that there are probably ramen places that have more noodles in the thing and they're perfectly fine, but every time I've been to a place, that's not been the case.
Nah, it's always like your noodles like a set amount and then you have like a shit ton of toppings.
Yeah.
I want more noodles. I
want more noodles. You could put no toppings on it.
Yeah,
that's what the broth is for, bro.
Yeah, I'll wreck that. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
I think my problem with no ramen is that I'll eat ramen maybe twice a year.
Correct.
Maybe 3 times a year.
And we've already done it this year when we went out the other month.
We did. That was my one.
Month ago.
Yeah,
that would be my one.
That was my one, and I have like 2 left for the year. Like, and since we had it that one time, I was like, I not only don't crave ramen, I don't want to eat ramen. I'm never thinking about ramen. Like, I have a ton of like really good, highly rated ramen places near my house. Not even tempted. Yeah. Not once.
Nah,
it's just not something I really eat often. One, I find it too heavy. I find it too oily. I find it too, what's the word? It's like too fatty. All in the worst possible ways. Like if I eat myself a big old bowl of ramen, I'd be like, oh, great bowl of ramen. Had a good time there. And then an hour later, I'm like, I'm gonna shit myself. I'm actually gonna fucking shit myself. This is.
I'm gonna make my own noodle,
bro. This is not a drill. Yeah. Get me the fuck home. This is
I 100%
terrible.
Exactly know what you're talking about.
Every time. Yeah. Every fucking. Sorry to be vulgar, listeners, but every fucking time I eat myself a bowl of ramen, I'm like, guys, T-minus 3 hours until I shit myself. Because this shit is not gonna stay. It's too greasy. It's too much. I don't like it. Like it is what it is. But seems that the Michelin Star Guide has also clocked on to the secrets of our hatred of ramen.
That it's bad?
That is okay, but it's not worth Michelin Star. So like Tokyo has 3 Michelin Star ramen restaurants. Do they? Not anymore.
Yeah, they took away some of them. I remember hearing about this recently.
Bro, they took away all of them.
All of them? So there's none that have Michelin stars anymore?
I believe they've taken away all of them. So like in the past, Tokyo had 3.
Sheesh.
I know. They had 3 ramen restaurants. They're really affordable, 1,000 yen per like bowl of ramen. And it was Tatsu in Tokyo. It's like the first one to get a Michelin star. Yeah. Then it was Naki-Ryu, which was like 2017.
Lucky Do?
Naki-Ryu.
Naki-Ryu.
Go on, Naki-Ryu. And they got in 27. Then it was reading Japanese in Romaji is such a fucking pain in the ass. Then it was Konjiki Hototo Gisu in 2019. That's actually, look how long that name is. Let me zoom in for you.
Hototo Gisu.
In the red. Hototo Gisu.
Konjiki Hototo Gisu.
Great. Honestly, great name. Best name.
I love cognac hot geese.
Bro, I love fucking hot geese cognac. Let's go. And that was in Ginza. And also got a star. So these ramen places are pretty good. Like, obviously very famous. Everyone likes them. Blah, blah, blah. They look like ramen. Yep. Like, going through the images, I'm like, yep, that's a bowl. Look at that. That's Michelin star ramen.
It looks like ramen.
It looks like ramen. It's a bowl of ramen. And it appears that the Michelin Star Guide also clocked onto the fact that it's just ramen.
It's just ramen, yeah.
And they took away the Michelin stars.
Never again.
That's such a piss take. Let me find the article for you. So the article reads that Tokyo's 3 Michelin-starred ramen restaurants all lost their stars in the 2014 guide. That means there are currently no Michelin-starred ramen in Tokyo, or the world for that matter. And you know what? I agree. I'm sorry. I agree. No matter how good a bowl of ramen is, it's just a bowl of ramen. As good as it is, I'm not going to be like, wow, that's Michelin star. No, it's a good bowl of ramen. But that's all it is. You know what I mean? Go on.
I'm just thinking, right? Mm-hmm. Like, ramen is good.
It's great.
I think everyone everywhere can agree that ramen is good just in general.
Yeah, it's
like
fine.
you could find a ramen that you like.
Yeah.
Ramen in general is good.
Yep.
I don't think, and maybe this is just me.
I can hear the pitchforks being sharpened.
Yeah.
Continue.
I don't think that ramen is ever great.
Agreed.
Ramen is just
Agreed.
good.
Agreed.
It's not bad.
No, it's not bad. It's just good.
It's just good,
It's good.
but it's not great.
No.
And it's definitely not exceptional
No.
in the way other meals that I've had have been.
Agreed. I've been to some ramen places in like Fukuoka.
Yep.
Kyushu has some fucking delicious ramen. Back in like I'm traveling around to all places in Japan, like Rugakusei days, Jordan. Or I guess Sotsugo Ramen, like my graduation trip after that. I went to Kyushu and I was like, I gotta try all the ramen. Went to Kumamoto, ate the ramen there. Do you know what? Delicious. Went to Fukuoka, ate the ramen there. Do you know what? Also delicious. Oi Tabepu, good ramen.
Yep.
Pretty good ramen. Had a great time there. Delicious ramen. Would I go back? Do I remember what the ramen tastes like? No. Do I remember exactly? Do I remember the look of the ramen? Kind of.
It probably looked like ramen.
Probably looked like ramen. It was fine. It was good. Would I eat it again? Yeah, if I was in the area and I was hungry for some ramen. But when it comes down to it, I'm not gonna travel there again to eat the ramen. However, there's a store in like Chiba, and they sell like local ingredients. It's a restaurant. They sell like dishes made from like local ingredients, stuff like that. It's in Chiba. I hate Chiba. God hates Chiba. That's why all the national all the national results happen in Chiba. I went there years ago, like 3 years ago. I still remember every fucking dish they served and how they tasted. That place was delicious. That place was amazing. It was a little store. It was only like a little stop on the way to like doing other things in the evening, but it was fantastic. And that place doesn't have a Michelin star. So if that place doesn't have a Michelin star, there's no fucking way you can be like, oh, these ramen places get Michelin stars. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think the Michelin star guide type thing is a little bit weird in the fact that the Michelin star guide can only rank what it's been to, right?
Yes.
Meaning it can't go to every single restaurant for
Exactly.
every type of food in Tokyo, let alone the entire country, right? So you're trying to like aggregate a already small amount of restaurants, and then even then the Michelin guide always seems to like favor what I would call fine dining.
Oh,
or like
yeah.
fancy food.
Loves fine dining.
Listen,
no, I know you're going with this. It's not worth it.
Fine dining is a scam.
It's a scam.
It's 100% a scam.
100% it's a scam.
I do not care what anyone says. Like, there's people like, oh, you can't, you're fucking broke, you can't afford it. Oh, it's like, no, it tastes like shit.
Yeah.
Actually, no, it usually tastes pretty good.
But
it's way too fucking expensive,
Yes.
and there's not enough of it.
No.
Bitch, I'm going to a restaurant to eat.
I want to be
not
full.
to snack.
Nothing's worse than going to a restaurant, like getting a nice meal, and then being like, why am I still hungry? I now have to spend more money to go to KFC.
If my meal costs more than fast food and I leave hungry,
It's not good.
you fucked up.
You messed up.
You fucked up.
When it comes down, the experience is important. The experience is important.
Sure.
The ambiance, okay, essential. Okay, we like that. We like a good store with a nice amount of ambiance. We like a
Right.
good meal, you know. But when it comes down to it, why am I here in this restaurant?
Yeah.
For the ambiance? No, don't be stupid. I can't get full on ambiance. I'm
Right,
here
right,
for
right.
a meal. The purpose of me coming to this restaurant is to get full on the food you're serving. If I leave hungry, you failed.
Here's a perfect example,
Go
right?
on.
Okay. There's an Italian place that is right close to my station.
Excellent.
And me and my wife went there for dinner one time.
Yeah.
And we ordered like, what was it? We ordered like caprese, 2 pizzas.
Yeah.
Like 2 like Italian style pizzas, and then some kind of like a pasta or something. I forget what it was. And at the end of the meal, we're like, wow, that was good. Like, it tasted great. We're full. We're happy. Bill comes. The bill is like less than Domino's like delivery pizza to your house.
Shut the fuck up.
And I'm like, yes, okay, you figured it out. You've made food that is better than delivery, cheaper than delivery.
Excellent.
And it's
way better.
Way better.
Way better.
You figured it out. I will always, if you give me the option, like, do you want fast food delivered to the house or go out to the restaurant? I will choose the restaurant every single fucking time.
Yes.
Because it is markedly better.
There we go. It's that simple.
If I can make the ramen to a similar degree in my own home, why would I go?
There we go. And that's the fucking rub. Like, a lot of these, like, sauces, a lot of, like, the broths, some are really good. Don't get me wrong.
Yes.
Like, a good ramen broth, come on. Delicious. I'm here for it. But if I taste a ramen broth and I'm like, I could have made this at home, it would take me 6 to 12 hours.
Yep.
But I could make this at home. I'm upset.
I have a soup pot now.
I have a giant, like, 10-liter pot that I
same.
make.
I just bought one.
The big ones, just go. To make stock in. That's what they're for. It's to make stock. If I can just recreate the thing you guys are making in your restaurant in my shitty Japanese kitchen, you're done messed up.
Yep.
Because my kitchen, you've seen it. It's shit. So if I can recreate anything in that kitchen, you're done fucked up. Which is why I think that's why, like, all the ramen places lost their stars.
Right.
Not only that, 23 places lost their stars this year.
Yeah, it's kind of
Tokyo.
It's weird. Like, Japan has been losing its Michelin stars like pretty steadily over time, and I'm not sure why that is. Because I don't feel like the quality has declined any.
Probably because they're not really doing anything different. Like, it's the same.
Maybe.
It's like the same thing.
There's no. I do feel that is true.
Yeah.
The Michelin Guide likes to prop up like places that are doing something that's like
new and different,
and new. Whereas I think that's just kind of diametrically opposed to the way Japan is.
Yes.
Like, it's very traditionalist, right?
I think there are a lot of like stars you can give for like traditional Japanese cuisine, traditional Japanese like food and stuff. Like a good sushi place. Like there's like one really famous one.
Jiro's.
Yeah, Jiro's. I think they always get Michelin stars like every year because it's like the famous.
I don't know if they have. Though.
I'm not entirely sure, but like it's very like highly rated by everyone. Like,
right.
I get giving Michelin stars to these types of places that have always like done a sort of traditional, sort of very, very not too crazy, not very exciting, not pushing any like envelopes, not pushing any seals, but it's still like just a traditionally good food. I can see the Michelin Guide giving a lot of those out, but how many can you give out? You know, how many of those stars can you really be dishing out?
Because there's a limit to how many they put out, right?
Yeah.
Like they can only choose so many places.
Yeah,
and I mean
yeah. If I have a list of like 50 restaurants to choose from and 3 are ramen places, I know I'm making cuts. At least 2 of these ramen places are going.
Right.
Why do I need 3 different ramen places on my list? Like, is it that good? Is it that different? Clearly not, since they all got cut. You know, I'm kind of on the side of the Michelin Guide for this one, honestly. I think it says in the 2014 Michelin Guide, all 3 ramen restaurants had no longer hold a star. However, they are recognized with a bib gourmand rating instead, along with 16 other ramen joints.
A bib gourmand.
Don't know what that is.
That's some French shit.
Some French shit. I don't know about all this French shit. Along with 16 other ramen joints, 3 of which are new entries in this year's guide. The 3 new bib gourmand ramen restaurants are ramen break beats in Nakameguro. There's ramen in Suginami and Japanese ramen Gokan in Hisashi Ikebukuro. Okay, cool. And it just explains what these ramen places are. But like, what the fuck is bib gourmand, David?
A bib gourmand. Do you want me to look it up?
Would you please?
Yeah, sure.
Jamie, could you look at bib gourmand?
Bib gourmand.
What the fuck is bib gourmand?
Is it like bib, like B-I-B, bib?
B-I-B, yeah. I think gourmand.
There we go, bib gourmand.
Thank you.
Oh, the Tokyo Bib Gourmand Michelin restaurants.
What is
it?
There
you go. I think Bib Gourmand is just like their here's your participation trophy. Maybe.
Oh, that's so painful. Let
me see here. Meaning. Not quite a star, but most definitely not a consolidation prize. The Bib Gourmand, named after Bibendum, the friendly Michelin man, and the official company mascot for the Michelin Group, is a just as esteemed rating that recognizes friendly establishments that serve good food at moderate prices.
Lies.
So
clearly it's not.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No. Right? No.
So yeah, let me see.
It sounds like a consolation prize, if I'm being perfectly honest.
Since 1997, our best value for money restaurants offer a 3-course meal. Oh, okay. So here's what it is. The Bib Gourmand is that the place isn't getting a
star.
A star.
Lol.
But it is serving a meal that is equivalent to a Michelin star, but is priced out of the fancy dining type, like food.
What
right?
the fuck? So it's basically like, so what they're doing is they're making Michelin stars like fine dining things only, and the Bib Gourmand is more like your everyday worksman. You can get this meal.
Yeah. So like they actually give an example here.
That'd be good.
Of
a Bib Gourmand.
No, in it's called Edo Soba Hosokawa in Tokyo.
Edo Soba. I think I've been there. Go on.
Yeah, it's in Kamezawa in Sumidoku.
Oh wait, yeah, I've been there. It's good.
So it's a soba shop.
Yeah.
The price though is like low.
Yeah, it's like 1,000 yen or something stupid like that.
I don't even think it's that much. It's less than that. Like I wish I could go see the thing here, but it doesn't. But yeah, like it's rated like, you know how on when you go on like Google or something and you look at a restaurant, it's got like the yen symbol for how much.
Yeah.
It's a 1 yen symbol place.
Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, it's less than 1,000 yen.
So
Holy
less than
shit,
1,000 yen.
dude.
So like that's
Wow.
you can get, here's like a 5 to 6 dish meal.
Dude, come on.
For 5,000 yen. That's like a set meal. I assume that comes with your drink, your whatever. It's only served
whole
on
set
Fridays.
thing. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, I love. There's one thing I love about Japanese cuisine in general. It's something a lot of people who come to Japan notice as well. Where it's you go to like, let's say, a soba place. You go to a soba shop, and you'd be like, oh, I want like this, the soba lunchtime teshoku or whatever.
Yep.
Like the lunchtime set. I always find it really funny to like watch.
Oh, sorry.
Go on.
I was mistaken about what this is.
Oh, what is it then?
It's not just eating the food. You are also preparing it. So each person,
I've not been here.
you make one ball. You get one ball or like 500 grams of buckwheat flour.
Oh, and you're gonna make your own soba?
You just make your own soba from scratch.
So that's fun as fuck. Put that in Discord. That's cool as
so,
shit.
And it says like the buckwheat flour is the same that we use at the store.
That's cool as shit, dude.
And the owner, Mr. Hosokawa himself.
Hey, fucking Mr. Hosokawa himself.
He does the
cutting.
No. He teaches you how to do it. Like
That's cool. That's so
you
fancy.
go with the guy who owns the restaurant to learn how to make soba. Like I can't think of anyone better to
That's so sick.
So like it's like not only do you get a meal, but you also get a lesson for 5,000 yen. That seems pretty fucking good.
That's pretty. Oh, dude, that's pretty reasonable.
That's not bad.
That's a fun day out. Put that in
Yeah.
Discord. I guarantee there's someone in Discord who wants to make their own soba.
From what is it, 17 to 20? So what's that?
17 to 20.
5 to 10? No. Like time.
Oh, 5 to 8.
Yeah, sorry, 5 to 8.
There you go. Gotcha, man.
Can't math.
Don't worry about it. 5 to 8. That's pretty good. I'll do that. 5 to the next hours. That's pretty good.
There you go.
That's a good little course, actually. As a man who made soba part of when I was working with Tokyo Creative a while ago, we did like a whole soba thing. We spent like the afternoon making soba. It takes like 3 hours. It's a long process, but very fun. Very, very, very
He's
fun.
so happy. Look at him. He's so happy. Look at him.
Oh, he's just so happy to be there.
There you go. He's just so happy.
He's just so happy to be there. That's great. I like that a
There you
lot.
go. Right? So,
that's
know,
good.
you can... that makes sense, like, why... But then you look at, like, some other places, like, what the fuck is this place? Nabenoism.
Yeah, Nabe-noism.
Yeah, it's the name of a restaurant. It's got 2 Michelin stars.
2? Okay.
Yeah,
wait for nub. Okay, go on. Sorry, go on.
It's a French place.
Okay.
But like the food is very like fancy French type
ooh la
food,
la.
right?
Ooh.
But it also costs like a fucking shitload by comparison. So it's like, yeah, it's the Michelin star thing. Like I've never really put much stock in it because good food is good food.
Yeah,
and I feel like try as they might, fine dining is there just to scam you. Because when you look at like how much you get
for the
versus
price
like
you're paying,
for the price you're paying.
It's
Like,
kind of insane.
You can jerk me off all day by telling me that the fucking salmon was flown in from wherever last night and blah blah blah. Right? Like
the cows get to watch.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Is it good
or not?
And how much does it cost?
Connection to the point I was making before, exactly this. Like when people come to Japan to get like a random lunch set in like a random soba store or whatever, they find themselves having what I've seen to be like the best meal they've had here. Like the amount of people I've spoke to, and they'll be like, "Oh, I was in Kobe and I had like Kobe beef and it was Kobe beef. You know, they massaged the cows and shit." And I'm like, "Cool. What was your best meal in Japan?" And they'll be like,
"Yeah, it wasn't that.
Yeah, it wasn't that. It wasn't that."
Right?
Like,
yeah, exactly.
One of my boys that came here, they were like, "I went to Kobe, got Kobe beef. It was really good." Da, 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 da. And then at the end of the trip, we met again, and I was like, "Yo, how was Kobe? How was Kobe beef? What was your best meal in Japan?" Do you know what his best meal was?
Yeah.
Like a 500 yen fucking soba teishoku from a random fucking soba store that he doesn't remember the name of or the location of. He just walked into it because he was like, "We're hungry and this place costs 500 yen." And he walks in and he's like, "Oh, this is the greatest meal I've had in Japan." And I was like, "What made it so good?" And he's like, "Well, the soba is handmade, or like the tempura was handmade. Like the obashi just kept feeding us tempura. Like it was great." He's like, "We paid for like a tempura soba set and we ate like maybe 20 pounds worth of tempura. And we paid like 500 yen. And I'm like, "Yeah, that's Japan. Yeah, that'll be your best meal."
That's the thing, right? It's just like you if you're like, "Oh, Kobe beef, it's so really good." Man, this is like
I know. I love how angry we get about food every fucking time.
It's not my issue. Like, I would love to have Chef come back on, Chef PK, and talk about like the difference between ingredients, like expensive ingredients and inexpensive ingredients, like the same thing, right? Like, obviously you use like certain meats for different dishes and whatever, right? Yep. But like, I think that there is a level to where if I serve the layman, Kobe beef and regular beef, they're gonna be like, it's basically the same.
Yes.
Or they're gonna be like, I like the cheaper thing better.
It matches my palate more.
Yeah. Just because, like, usually something like Kobe beef, it's just like so fucking fatty, and it's like, I don't enjoy eating that.
Yeah.
So why would I pay more money for something I don't enjoy eating?
I've explained this same thing with sushi.
Yeah.
Like I'll get messages sometimes from people on Instagram being like, "Hey, I want to do a sushi makase in Japan," and I'm like, "Dude, that's gonna cost you like someone. That's like $300. Why do you want to do that?" Like, "Oh, it looks really cool, and you can just like get the chef just like make stuff for you, and it's an experience." And I'm like, yeah, I get it. Why do you want to do that? Do you eat sushi normally in your everyday like life, like back wherever you're from? Are you just eating sushi casually occasionally? Because if the answer is like yes, if the answer is no, either way, what I'm going to tell you is start a kaiten sushi. You start a kaiten, and if you're like, I can taste this is, if you start at kaiten sushi and it blows you away, you are not ready for the crazy like $300 fucking omakase sushi, right? Because you're not gonna understand what makes it so much better until you've traveled that distance. You know what I mean? Like, you can't just be like, "Oh, I ate the makase sushi, it was really good." It's like, yeah. We know it was really good, but you don't understand how fucking good that really good is. Like, even me today, I look at a makase sushi and I'm like, I've had this for work. Like, I've gone to this place for like an article, like a video or something, and I'm like, this is delicious. I can understand how good this stuff is, but there are certain sushi that I don't like just because I don't have the palate for it, like uni. I don't like uni.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it either.
I'm a child. I don't like uni. But like, they're serving uni, they're being like, "Oh, this is hand-fed uni from the shores of Lake Uni Machi. It's really good." And I'm like, "Oh man, that exists. That's crazy, dude. Like, that's wild, bro."
Right.
And they put it in front of me and I'm like, "Yeah, it tastes like the fuck. It's disgusting. It tastes like the ocean. This is horrible." And everyone's like, "Wow, you can really taste the sea." And I'm like, "It tastes like spunk." But it doesn't get the shit out my fucking face. It's just disgusting. Wait, how do you know? Moving on. Moving on. It's gross. Like, fuck, I don't want this, dude. Yeah, it's like that basically. I agree with you.
Salty coins.
Yeah. Wow. Hints of depression.
Yeah.
Is that what I'm tasting?
Yeah.
Whoa.
I mean, it's supposed to taste buttery.
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
It doesn't taste.
I'm
buttery.
sorry. Like
Who the
I.
fuck's lying to you?
Just so many people are like, it tastes like butter. I'm like,
No, it doesn't.
It tastes like fucking salt. Are you dumb?
What's wrong with your mouth?
Right. It's one of those things where like honestly, I believe uni is like beer in that nobody actually likes uni.
Agreed.
But everyone has been tricked into agreeing that it's good for some reason.
Oh, I agree.
So everyone just goes, I love it.
They're like
And
half
it's like,
throwing up.
Yeah.
So good. It's like it's not though. Like I understand the levels. I'm like there is some really bad uni, there's some good uni. For me, I'm like same with beer. There's really bad beer, there's good beer. Either way, you're drinking beer. Either way, it just tastes like bitter copper water. I'm gonna drink it because it's alcohol and I want to put it in my body. But apart from that, I'm like, I'm not gonna sit around and lie to you.
Right. Yeah.
You know,
that's what I mean.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I've had some really good beer. So I've had some delicious
Yeah,
beer.
me too.
And it's delicious because it doesn't really taste like beer.
Yeah. Well, that's the fucking problem.
Exactly.
Right?
There we go. Yeah. Like it's a really good new beer released by Echigo. The tiny brewery I like in Niigata. They released this pink can and it's beer, but it just tastes like a fruit cider, like an English. I'll bring some next week. It's the week after that. It's fucking delicious, dude. It's like elderberry and raspberries or whatever. It's fucking sick. But yeah, stuff like that. It's very shitty.
Yeah,
dude.
I will forever until the day I die be on the fine dining as a scam train.
No, I agree.
Forever.
I think it's kind of a scam. I'm not really down for that. Do you have a heart out today? You good for a little bit?
No, I'm good for a little bit.
Okay. Do you want to talk about
We can at least talk about the last thing on the
Okay, do you want to talk about the secret gambling addiction, or should we discuss police being dog shit?
We discuss police being dog shit every day. Let's
yeah.
talk about, because this is like big news, right?
Yeah. It's about like recently. So we'll save police being dog shit for next week. But for those that don't know, there's a very famous Japanese baseball player whose name is Otani.
Shohei Otani.
As a man who knows nothing about baseball, I'm going to be asking David for help here.
Shohei Otani, well, do you know who Ichiro is? Ichiro Suzuki.
Yes.
Yeah. He's like the next generation Ichiro Suzuki, right?
From what I've read and seen online.
Or maybe even better.
Yeah. Because he can do like everything, right? He can pitch and he can bat.
Yeah.
And apparently that's amazing. In my mind, I thought that's baseball. I was like, yeah. How could you not?
Yeah, but everyone has to do it, but not everyone does it well.
See, this is what I thought. I was like, of course you can do both. It's baseball. So people were like, wow, Otani, he can pitch and bat. I'm like, yeah, and I can walk on both my legs. The fuck you talking about? Isn't that the point of the fucking game? Like, what do you mean? The rest can't do this? I was so confused until like I was reading online. I just like, yeah, so I'm just like pitching and like throw better than others. I'm like, yeah, I get that, but like. Right? Like, okay.
But what else do you do?
Yeah, what is...
Yeah.
Anyway, fucking stupid. It's like being, this guy's really good at stealing bases. Yeah. Isn't that part of the game? Isn't that part of the game? It's like hiring a soccer player that's afraid of, like, spherical objects. Like, you wouldn't do that. Like, think about it. Right. We'll put him in goal. No, don't do that. Don't. He'll avoid the ball. Fucking sick. Oh, light went off. Anyway.
Weird.
But there's a massive scam.
Not a scam. A scandal.
A scandal. There we go. There's a massive scandal currently happening where his interpreter, Mizuhara, one of his really oldest and bestest of friends, it seems like, maybe stole a bunch of Otani's money to pay off illegal gambling debts that he might have. Interesting. The first, if I remember about the story, I think when it first came out, Otani is saying on the lines of he had lended the money to Mizuhara to pay off his own gambling debts, and everyone went, that makes sense. But then after like the entire thing came out, the story changed to Mizuhara actually stole the money from Otani. So now people are thinking, okay, could this be a situation where the Shohei or Otani camp are releasing this story to get some space between him and like the allegations? Because what might have happened is that people are theorizing that Mizuhara and Otani were in the same boat and they were both like gambling together on sports or whatever.
Right.
But apparently Otani isn't allowed to do that.
Yeah, okay.
Because of the contract he's on.
There's two reasons why.
You go on.
One, you shouldn't be, well, you shouldn't. I believe part of his contract stipulates that he shouldn't be betting on the sport that he plays.
Yeah, don't do that.
Typically, that's not good because you can rig the bets real easy if you decide, hey, I'm going to throw the game on Friday. I'll bet against myself.
What are you, a politician? Can't do that.
Right. So, number one, that's a no-no.
Yeah.
Number two is that he's currently signed to the LA Dodgers.
Yes.
The LA Dodgers are in California.
Okay.
California law states that they're like sports betting is illegal.
That's right. Yes, I forgot about that.
40 other states, perfectly okay, but it happens to be the one that he lives and resides and works in. It's not cool.
It's not good. Don't do it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
That's why I think a lot of people in California, if they want to do sports betting, they go to Vegas because everything's legal in Vegas.
So that's what it is.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay. Fuck me, dude. Shohei Ohtani is ridiculous. But yeah, okay. That makes sense. So, going to his article, apparently Mizuhara was let go from the team on Wednesday. This is like the news article that came out today.
Right.
So he was let go from the team on Wednesday following reports from the Los Angeles Times and ESPN about his allegations tied to illegal bookmaking and claims from Ohtani's attorney that the two-way Japanese star had been victims of a quote-unquote massive theft. Which I think that if he was a victim of quote-unquote a massive theft, I'm like, that sucks, dude. You know? That's your boy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Especially like
Fuck,
in this situation, this isn't just like some interpreter that they hired, like the team hired to interpret for him, right?
This is like his friend.
His like childhood school friend, right?
Which is why,
which is why it seems suspect, right?
This is why it's suspect. Like that's like me hiring. That's like Tyrone hiring me, being like, "Oh, I'm going to live in Japan for a while
and make a shitload of money."
Yeah, can I come and pay you a shitload of money to like interpret? And me being like, "Yeah, sure," and then being like, "Haha, I'm gonna steal his money." Like it doesn't make sense. Why would I do that? Why would anyone do? It doesn't make sense to me. So that's why I'm like, ooh, suspicioso. Because if Tyrone turned around and he was like, "Hey, might have fucked up here. Can you take the blame?" I'll be like, "Yo, gang, easy. I'm not gonna have you lose your career because of like some silly mistake you made. I'll take the blame. Easy. I don't mind it. I'm an interpreter. I'll go out to Japan. I'll get a new job. Pretty straightforward. You know what I mean?"
Right.
So like, it's a little bit
sussy, right?
Yeah, I don't like it. It's a little bit suspicioso if you ask me. But there's like a massive report. There's a massive investigation currently going on. But it continues to say that Major League Baseball has been gathering information since we learnt about the allegations involving Shohei Ohtani and Ippei Mizuhara from the news media. The commissioner office said in a statement on Friday. Earlier today, our Department of Investigations began their formal process investigating the matter. Do you think there's going to be like a when like police investigate themselves and they
find no wrongdoing?
And they find no... Do you think it might be the same thing where like they're investigating themselves and then like, we found no wrongdoing after a long investigation?
Yeah, it's weird. Okay, so like later on it says that the IRS... Don't fuck with the IRS.
Fuck with the IRS.
But the IRS confirmed Thursday that Mizuhara and Matthew Bower, the alleged like bookmaker, so his bookie basically. So like, do you know how bookies work? I assume you know how bookies work.
The gamblies things.
Yeah. Do you know what a bookie is though?
The guys you make bets through.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. Okay,
like a booker, right?
Yeah.
So he is. They're both under criminal investigation from the Los Angeles field office, but they didn't want to comment on it yet. But the interesting thing is like this isn't the first time that this has happened as well.
Which Mizuhara?
No, just in general, kind of situation. Because I guess in 2008, following allegations from 2007, former Senate Majority Leader George Mitchell was talking about they seized the 3-time MVP Alex Rodriguez, and if you know anything about baseball, Alex Rodriguez is like super famous. Okay. I mean, he's a 3-time MVP.
Cool.
He was suspended in 2014, and more recently in 2022, another player, Dodgers pitcher Trevor Bauer, he got suspended for 194 games.
Holy shit!
So. If you know anything, longer than a year, 100. Jesus, I don't think I don't know how many MLB games do they play? How many MLB games
do they play in the
season?
But a season.
162 games. So he got banned for an entire season and a little bit.
Wow.
So when you think about it, if you are on a contract where you're making multi-millions for a year, suddenly you're making zero, that's going to sting.
Oh,
like that's like lost revenue for you of like millions of dollars, right?
Wow,
so
that fucking sucks.
And then it's up to your team to say, yo, do we even want to keep you on the roster? And if they cut you at the end of that season,
you're fucked.
Now you're a free agent. And then if you can't find another team, suddenly you're out of a fucking job.
But you're still fucked. They banned you for a season and a half.
And a half. So that means the team that does sign you can't
play use you for half a season. No one's gonna sign you.
Yep.
Oh,
exactly.
What a punishment. What do you do? That's crazy.
Right. So.
I just read what he did. Okay.
Also, Dan says you also lose all of the money you gambled if it was in an illegal state. So even if you won, the IRS seizes your winnings.
The IRS don't fuck around. Are you serious?
So not only are you losing the money you bet, you're losing the money you won, and you're getting suspended and making no money.
Dude, what the fuck? Yeah, don't do crime. Don't do any financial crime in America. To me, it's just like it's mind-boggling. Where like, if you were doing sports betting, right, and you knew that some states had it was illegal in some states, why would you do it in that state? Just leave the state.
Or like, why are you using a bookie in state?
Just call a bookie out of state. Out of state. Just get another bookie out of state. It's not hard.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's anything to do with a guy like I don't know Mizuhara's upbringing at all, but like I feel like things like this, if it happened in Japan,
right,
it'd be like,
he made a statement. Mizuhara said, "I never bet on baseball. That's 100%. I knew that rule. We have a meeting about it in spring training."
Okay, so he's not betting on baseball. He says,
but it doesn't matter. It's
any betting. Any betting.
Right? It doesn't matter.
Do you think maybe he thought that it's only baseball? Like he was like, as long as I'm not betting on baseball, everything's gonna be a-okay, and he's betting on like basketball and shit and getting his like feet raked across the coals and such.
Okay, so the MLB gambling policy is posted in every locker room. Betting on baseball, legally or not, is punishable with a 1-year ban. Oh, wow. So legal or not, if you're doing any betting, is punishable with a year ban.
Holy shit. Oh, dude.
The penalty for betting on other sports illegally is at the commissioner's discretion.
Yeah, of course. That makes sense. Yeah. Wow. So the base like no betting on sports.
Which is weird. Okay, so like there's a little bit of a weird like situation here, right? Because Ohtani is signed to the team.
Yeah.
And Mizuhara is working for the team
via Ohtani.
Yeah. If he was just it's weird because if he was hired by Ohtani to be his interpreter, there would be no issue.
Oh, there's no issue, yeah.
But because he's part of the Dodgers,
that makes sense, yeah. That's
it's
why
illegal.
That's why it's legal.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude. So, I think he's cooked. I think it's Joe for him. Honestly, he might be done.
He's fired already. Like,
he's fired already. Yeah,
he's fucked. So,
but now it's okay. Now it's like the internal investigation from the
whether or not Ohtani knew that this was going on, and I have to imagine. Probably.
I mean, you would know. I because they changed their story. I think he knew, but the ramifications of him knowing is now that it's understood. They're like, ooh, maybe I
don't
didn't know
how he wouldn't know, considering the amount of money.
Yeah,
right? It was something like $4 million.
It was so much, yeah.
Like it was a lot. Like you don't just go like, hey, buddy, here's $4 million. Just have a good day.
No,
right? Like that. Like
no.
Even if you're like Ohtani, who's making like millions of dollars a season, just handing over $4 million, you don't just do that willy nilly.
That's $4 million fucking dollars. Yeah, no one does that. That's insane. Yeah. That's absolute insanity. $4 million fucking dollars. No. He knew. I think he knew, but that's like he's like the best player currently, right?
Yeah.
So he knew 100%, but they've changed the story once already.
Yeah.
I think now it's going to be a case of just like covering it up. There's going to be a quote unquote internal investigation.
Right. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, the Dodgers paid a lot for Ohtani. They want him to play.
Yeah. They can't. After the internal investigation, I guarantee it's going to be like, oh, there was no crime. He had no idea. He just lending money to a friend. He didn't say like.
Which I wonder, like, the Dodgers may have. like here's what I think would happen, right? Just thinking logically about what I would do if I was the Dodgers, even though this might get me in more trouble. Is I would fire Mizuhara
straight away.
Pay him under the table, though, to take the fall.
100%.
Be like, oh, he did some illegal shit, whatever. Pay him off because you're gonna be better off as a team if Ohtani gets to play.
Yep.
100%.
100%. From what I'm seeing, 100%, yeah.
So you don't want him suspended for over like almost nearly 200 games a season and a half, especially when he hasn't even started the season on the Dodgers, right? Like he just came from the Angels to the Dodgers this season. So they're like, fuck. Like we paid all this money
and we can't even
to get him on our team, and then he gets immediately suspended. Like you'd be like, fuck shit.
And this is why everyone's saying they think Ohtani he knew.
Yeah.
But the entire thing's been covered up.
It
has to be, which makes sense to me. From all you've said, it makes sense to me.
Yeah.
I agree with the plan. You get Mizuhara to take the fall, you pay him under the table, and you just be like, hey, could you just like fuck off now?
Because it doesn't seem it doesn't seem like there is there's jail time, right? So it's gonna be fines.
That from the IRS, yeah. They'll fine you. Maybe they'll take your winnings if you have any winnings. They'll take the money you bet on if you bet like any illegal money, and then it'll be like, okay, now fuck off. Basically, you're done. Get out of here, and that'll be it, I guess. Dude, what a man! I kind of feel bad for the manager of the Dodgers, who's hired what they thought was gonna be like this amazing player. He has no conflicts behind the scenes. There's no like allegations behind the scenes. He's like squeaky clean player. But again, it's a little expensive, but it's okay. He can hit the ball and he can throw it. That's great in baseball, apparently. And then first week, scandal. Like, I think it was kind of fun.
Yeah, that's...
I'm probably going to end up like watching this story pretty closely. I don't know shit about baseball, but the drama alone is fucking juicy.
It's wild because it's been like a kind of a microcosm. Like he's been like this huge figure in Japan.
Yeah.
And then there was like that whole thing about him getting married recently, and people were freaking out about that.
That's right.
And now he's in a fucking gambling scandal. Like it's just like one thing after the next every single week, right? So it's like okay.
His credit score is going to be... Dan said his credit score is going to be
probably
cooked, dude. And I agree.
Probably.
Absolutely cooked. I feel bad for Ohtani. Poor boy. Hopefully he gets off scot-free and he can continue playing baseball. He's kind of... apparently... apparently, in Japan, there's been like a massive increase in like sales of like Dodgers fan shit.
Stuff. Yeah.
Now that... Like, I find it funny that a lot of Japanese people aren't fans of like... Team A or Team B, they're fans of like the team that Ohtani is playing for.
Right. Yeah.
Which is it's kind of fucking sick. So for a fact like a lot of them are going to America to be like, we're here to watch the Dodgers. Like, how long have you like the Dodgers for? It's like, how long?
Since Ohtani was on it.
Since Ohtani joined, boys. I'm paying tickets and booking season passes, my boy. Like, we're gonna watch our boy play. We're gonna support the guy. Yeah, like that. It's kind of sick. Dude, fuck me, that's fun. Yeah. Anyway, that's the drama for this week, my boys. Pretty good one. I'm in America next week.
Oh, right. Okay. So I guess next week we're just gonna call it then.
We might have to skip a week. I'm there from like Thursday until Monday.
Okay.
And then on Tuesday I'm in the office.
That being the case, like it's just not. It's
impossible.
Work. And then after that, like doing one during the week is gonna be possible because I'm at work.
Yeah, exactly. And then I'm at work.
So
no, in that case, we'll figure it out. Probably
next week will be a hiatus. So catch up on the episodes you've missed.
Yeah, might have to skip a week. Sorry guys, but I'll be back with American stories. I'm going to Sakura-con. So I'll be back with stories and memes. I'm gonna meet Chef while I'm out there because he's going to the anime con as well. I'll definitely have some fun stories when I get back from America, and maybe some snacks. I want to get some of those little Reese's, not Reese's, the Reese's Pieces.
I have some.
The little candy things?
Yeah.
I'm about to raid David's kitchen, guys.
Yep.
So I'll see you guys next week. Until then, stay healthy, stay safe. Don't do any financial crimes.
That's good advice.
Good advice.
It's good advice.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
I want some of them. I'll ask my